Hi everybody, thanks a lot for joining me. I'm here with another pregnancy vlog. At the time I'm shooting this, which is Wednesday, may actually be posting it on this same day as well, but I am 35 weeks, so really getting in on the tail end of this. I feel huge. I feel like when I'm walking around, the baby is entering the room before I do, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like my belly is sticking out so much these days. And it's really cool. I mean, I love looking back at the old pictures and seeing how much it's grown and stuff. And just the way that that alters the day-to-day things you don't even think about, like standing up out of a chair or getting out of bed in the morning. It's like, oh, could somebody like push me? I need one of those chairs that like gives me the little lift up or something. The baby is just taking up so much room, and I've talked about this before, I think on Beauty Broadcast Live, but I'm very short-waisted, very short between, you know, right below my bust and my hips, and so the baby is just taking up every last bit of that space, and I feel movements and stuff like way up in my rib cage area, which just seems really strange. But gosh, there's like so much to talk about in this video, because since my last vlog I've had a couple of doctor's appointments, a shower, I've been doing more things to the nursery, I've been working on getting my like hospital bag packed and a diaper bag packed, so I'm going to talk about all that. But just symptom-wise, like I said, it's just the size that I'm adjusting to. And also, I know a few vlogs back I talked about how, you know, I had that little fall on my butt on the stairs. I mean, that was a pretty painful situation for well over a month, but it's really starting to feel so much better now. Definitely not as big of a pain in my butt, literally, getting up out of chairs and things like that. That was what I always noticed, especially sitting in a car for a long time and then getting up. That was kind of a painful thing, but now, you know, really feeling a lot better from it. I know the nesting phase is something to be expected, and that has kind of been kicking in for me, just not only in terms of getting the nursery all together, but around the house. I mean, I'm not one who's got like an urge to clean real often. That's not something that just pops into my head like, oh, I'd really like to do this. It's more of a have-to thing for me. But this past weekend, I really just felt motivated to do some real cleaning, just top to bottom kind of stuff, and that felt good to get done. I still really despise anything that relates to doing the dishes, but what you gonna do? When it comes to any kinds of cravings that I've been having, I would say Chinese food, kind of. I'm kind of really wanting some Chinese food lately, maybe some Thai food as well. There's a really good Thai restaurant in the area, and that sounds really good to me right now. I haven't really fulfilled that craving yet, so it's just kind of been on the back burner for me. But chocolate Teddy Grahams, I don't know where I randomly spotted those, but it like tripped a trigger in my mind, and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember those from way back when I was a kid, eating Teddy Grahams all the time, and I loved the chocolate ones, and so I did get some of those not too long ago. Watermelon's sounding really good to me lately, and I did find kind of a healthy way to fulfill my craving for cold stuff and ice pops and stuff like that, and many of you had recommended Yonanas to me. And if you don't know what Yonanas is, it's like this amazing little piece of machinery. It's got kind of this motorized mechanism and a chute, and you put your frozen fruit down in there, and then it comes out with the consistency of soft serve ice cream. It's crazy. I almost didn't quite believe it beforehand, but a lot of you had, you know, given it rave reviews, and I know you guys don't steer me wrong. So we got one of those a few weeks back, and it has been so fun. Whether you use bananas in it or not, I mean, it's totally up to you. We've gotten like just a couple big bags of, you know, the frozen fruit chunks, like a bag that's strawberries and pineapple and mango, and then like a mixed berry bag as well, and you just throw it down the chute, and it comes out like, if you don't use the bananas, I find it's even more of like a sorbet type of feel to it. And the other day I did just bananas, but I mixed it with a little orange juice and a little bit of Diet Squirt, and it was so good. I felt like I was making some kind of like almost Orange Julius type thing, like stirred it up and made my own kind of smoothie shake type thing. But the things about it, you know, the fruit has to be frozen, and you don't have to add anything else. There's some recipes that involve like outside ingredients, but I just think it's really cool that you're getting that kind of ice creamy texture, but with pure fruit. So anyway, anyway, I think that's going to be a review pretty soon, maybe a Tie Day Friday review over on the Express channel, so keep an eye out for that. So I'm on 35 weeks right now. My last couple of doctor's appointments, they were 32 and 34 weeks. Overall, very routine types of appointments, like you go in, you pee in the cup, they check your blood pressure, they check for the baby's heartbeat, they kind of feel around on your stomach a little bit and are able to determine the positioning of the baby somewhat. And everything's been checking out fine, everything's been going along very smoothly and normally, thank goodness. But one kind of surprise thing that happened at the 32-week appointment, I believe it was at the end, after we did that, they had asked about scheduling if we wanted to do a 4D ultrasound, and that's the ultrasound that is very detailed and you get like a really good look at facial features. So they asked if we wanted to do that, and we were like, yeah, we really want to do it, because they give you a DVD copy of like that whole ultrasound. So you have that kind of keepsake that you could look back on anytime and, you know, show your kid like years in the future, here's what you look like. And so we were talking with the receptionist and getting that scheduled, and then the super amazing ultrasound tech like pokes her head in, and we were like the last people there in the office that day. It was the tail end of the day when we were getting done with our actual appointment. And she's like, well, I could stay a little while longer and go ahead and get you in right now. And she's always been so nice. She was the one when we did the gender reveal and like all that kind of stuff. And so we're like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So totally unexpected, we got to have the 4D that day. It's still kind of blurry to look at in places because like it was almost while you would be focused in on one area, one other part of the face or body would be like totally distorted from the look of the camera. But we could tell that she's got some cheeks and she's got some lips. And that really follows along with the kind of babies Tyler and I both were. We were both very chubby-cheeked children, so it looks like that's gonna continue. I'm thinking maybe in a future video, if I can figure out how to get some video off of the DVD and get it into my editing software somehow, maybe I can be working on that. I know I mentioned childbirth related classes in the last vlog. At that point we had just taken the like the day-long one that was literally, you know, mainly focused on the birthing process at our particular hospital and the kinds of things you can expect, and that was super informative, one of the most informative things we've done. But now since that time we've also gone to a breastfeeding class, and that was really great as well. I mean, I felt like I came away with a lot of knowledge that I did not have at all beforehand. It was led by one of the nurses who's a certified lactation consultant. I think that was also her other title, and she was just a wealth of knowledge. They went through kind of like, you know, PowerPoint style, but stopping and showing some video clips, and like these video clips of these little babies trying to, for the very first time, like they've just been born and they're laying there on their mama's chest and they're trying to, like, they naturally gravitate toward feeding. That's their instinct, and it's kind of amazing to watch that kind of thing happen. Learned a lot in that class, and then the last one we had was called Life with Baby, and it was a two-parter, so just like an evening last week and an evening just this past Monday. Just some very practical things like how to swaddle a baby and what you can expect in terms of like follow-up appointments and what happens, you know, when you're seeing pediatricians after the baby's born. And then the one this past Monday, they demonstrated how to install a car seat properly, which is more complicated than I ever really thought before. But I know they do like safety checks in the area, and like police officers and health departments will like check and make sure your car seat is in there correctly. I've done news stories on that in the past. But when you know that there's a baby in your belly that you're going to be having and you're going to have to install that car seat, it's like your ears perk up even more. So that was great to see. And we learned infant CPR. We also learned the steps to go through if your baby is choking. So obviously, you know, we don't want to have to use those skills. I remember learning that back when I taught at the YMCA, and I had to be certified in that stuff. And I know it's scary to visualize like maybe that could be my child one day, but I mean, how amazing is it that you could save your child's life and those things could happen. That kind of concluded the classes. They were all offered by our hospital. They were all free. I mean, I think it was amazing, the wealth of information we got, but I think it was completely worthwhile for first-time parents to go through this kind of thing. So after all these classes, we also got our hands on a real baby because Tyler's sister, Sarah, her husband Chuck, and their new sweet little baby Claire came and stayed with us for a couple of days. Was it last week? Gosh, everything's running together in my mind right now, but they were here. It was great to see them because just, I mean, it had been a long time since we'd seen them at all, but now we're seeing them with their brand new baby. I think at the time Sarah said she was just 6 weeks old, so a really new baby. And again, it's one of those situations where, yeah, I've seen babies before, but when you've got that bun in the oven, you're seeing a baby with like a totally new mindset now. And so as I was holding her, she just really sweet. I thought she adapted so well because they'd been traveling around a little bit with her. And before they left, they were kind of packing up their things and I was holding little Claire, and it's the sweetest thing to watch a baby like fall asleep in your arms, like watch them drift off and those little eyelids get so heavy. And I was just like, I don't know, I thought that was the coolest thing because she had been a little hesitant around me and Tyler, you know, new people, this isn't my mama. But it was like before they left, she really settled in and got comfortable, and that was just so fun and great to see everybody again. Also last week we went back home for a little baby shower. It was just kind of with my immediate family, you know, family dinner, and then we had some gifts and cake and stuff afterward, and that was so fun. I was really looking forward to that, and it was just a great weekend all around. And I know my mom put a lot of work into it, you know, getting things planned out, and also my adorable little niece Ashley got so into the process too. My mom was telling me with like setting stuff up, and like putting together little goodie bags for people and just all that cute stuff. We just had a ball, and I have a whole vlog on that whole experience, so I won't elaborate anymore, but we got some much needed items, and it, more than anything, it was just nice to be together with everyone. As far as the nursery goes, I do have that video. It would be Belle's Nursery Part 1, which is just kind of the raw, like getting the stuff in there, the basic pieces of furniture put together and everything. And I think the next one that I do, it will probably be, I don't know, I might shoot it this weekend, later this week. It'll be a little more, I think, decorative related. We're adding a couple more pieces of furniture in there with a glider and like a little bookcase table type thing that's going to be really cute. I hope, fingers crossed, it just came and it needs to be assembled. We are going to switch around a little bit along the wall where the crib was and just make a couple changes there, but it's definitely coming together, and I want to show that in its own kind of vlog type video. The thing I wanted to talk about was packing a hospital bag slash diaper bag. I would love to know what you think are the most essential items for a mom to take in her hospital bag, you know, for that, just in preparation of when the big day comes. What do you think is most essential to have? I have seen tons of checklists online. I've also run across a few videos here and there where people have shared what they've taken, but if you've got any like specific thing that turned out to be super useful for you, or something you think I might not think to put in there, let me know. So far I've got like a bag with some toiletries in it. They said plan to wear some underwear that's a little larger than you think you might need, so it's extra comfortable for you at that time, so got that in there. A couple of comfy things to wear. I'm thinking about what I'll want to wear just for coming home, which may be something that I need to kind of grab out of my closet at the last minute. There's some things that I just can't pack yet, like my glasses, contacts, and stuff, so I just got my list handy, so when the time comes I'll just be able to go through and hopefully gather it up fairly quickly. I've also got this diaper bag, and this came from Babies R Us. See, it's got this kind of like zigzaggy sort of print on it. The vast majority of the things that were in stock there looked like the kind of bag that you might, you know, tote a laptop in to work or something. But this one was my favorite. It's by Skip Hop, and it's got a couple of little pockets here in the front that have like an actual magnetic closure that you can't really even see. It's got a nice adjustable strap there. Tyler thought we would probably want that. Couple of handles. And then something that set this bag apart that I liked was that it had 2 zippered compartments instead of just the one. So as far as anything that I might personally need to take with me, you know, it's got kind of a smaller pocket in the front, but it is zipper. And your big compartment here in the inside. So in here I do have some actual diapers. I put in this little like grooming set that we got during our shower. At the hospital they said if we want to clip the baby's fingernails, they actually don't do that, so you need to bring your own, and so this has the nail clippers in there. Go figure, I'm interested in all the baby beauty related supplies, but I've got a little bag here too that I thought would just be nice to keep in here with like travel sized you know, baby stuff that we were given, and it's got a little diaper balm in here, a little sunscreen, just something good to have on the go maybe. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. Don't take my advice, really. I'm just sharing what I've thrown in here so far. But I've got some nursing pads in here, got those during the shower. I know the baby's gonna need like a little going home outfit too that I'll need to pack, and I'm not quite sure what that's gonna be yet. But one thing I definitely threw in here, and this is so cute because I found this thing on Pinterest. I actually had pinned a cute picture of a little baby wearing an adorable little crocheted crown like this, and then randomly one of my amazing viewers, her name is Jess Hearts Crochet, well her name is Jessica Pierce, but Jess Hearts Crochet is her Etsy business, and she so kindly sent me some adorable pieces. Another thing here that I'm throwing in is this cute little like owl hat. How cute is that? This specifically, I thought, how cute to have a little picture of, you know, Miss Belle wearing her little crown in the hospital. I think that would be adorable. But thank you so much. I have got to thank all of you so much for the incredible outpouring of support to my P.O. box. I am trying as best I can to keep up with the things that have been coming in and sending letters back to you. Just some of the most amazing, thoughtful, heartfelt things that you've written to me, and things that you've, you know, picked up and thought of us or made, handmade. I mean, I'm just in awe of your talent, of your compassion toward us. So just thank you. I mean, if I could hug you right now, I would. I just absolutely appreciate you so much. So that kind of wraps up this vlog. I feel like I've been talking my head off, but the next one, I thought it would be fun to do it kind of Q&A style. So like if you've got any specific question for me relating to the pregnancy, baby, anything interesting you'd like to bring up, maybe leave that in the comments section, and then for the next vlog that I do, I could go through and answer some of those different things. But thank you again for just going along on this journey with me. I hope these vlogs have been fun to watch, or something maybe actually useful to anyone who's gonna be or is going through the same stage of life as we are here. Just really appreciate you guys taking time to watch, and I'll talk to you again soon, and I'll have that nursery vlog up very soon as well. So see you guys later. Bye.